Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to, of course, the ship intercom comes in the second I start talking. Welcome back to BattleTech Heavy Metal. We need to capture some production today. There's a lot of money to be made here, but our group of mechs is in kind of rough shape. So we have a 4.5 skull mission here. Let's see if we think we could even run a 4.5 skull without repairs. We'd be able to bring the Orion, the Marauder. No, I think we'd better repair up here. So, the Annihilator is probably going to be a multi-day repair, is my guess. Yeah, it took a lot of structure damage. We're actually super lucky that nothing broke off. The Crab is a single-day repair, it's not a big deal. The Dragonfly is probably going to be a single day, and we actually really want that repaired, I think, because we are likely to use it in the desert here. So maybe we repair the first two, and then go... I'm gonna tell you right now, we're not gonna blood wheel again today. These missions are hard enough as it is. We're gonna Grasshopper, King Crab, Orion, and Marauder, and that way we don't have to bring in the Annihilator. And the advantage of that is that we save 3 days. We can just get those Annihilator repairs done on the fly. I think that's okay. So let's go back to the Argo screen here. We are not currently upgrading the Argo. We probably could be. That's just the wrong button. There we go. This is a huge amount of money. I think we're probably just going to take another morale upgrade. So let's see. We have a library available, an even better lounge with some 2D video screens and a sound system, and the low G pool. Commander, come on! Yeah, no, she makes a compelling point. And it is +2 morale. You know what? Alright, get started on the low G pool. I've made my decision.
It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
Okay, let's spend the first 2 days of that time just hanging out here above the planet. And now let's go get into some trouble, shall we? So it's just a base capture. To maintain the balance of power, the Capellan Confederation needs to capture this facility, make a surgical strike, occupy the base, hold it until Capellan forces can arrive. Capellan forces can arrive. 4.5 skulls is potentially a lot of good salvage, but again, it's so hard to know. And we're talking about 300,000 C-bills per point of priority salvage we don't take. Which, if we are able to get a piece of... If we're able to get a piece of a mech that matters, it's worth way more than 300,000 C-bills. But if we aren't, obviously... pieces of mechs that are less valuable are a lot less valuable. I think the correct choice is probably either 1 or 3. Taking 3 gives us the best chance of finding one mech that has the one mech that we want pieces from and like knocking its head off. We are running the Marauder this mission, and it does have a weapon that can clear heads again. Or we go just 1 as a hedge. I'm going to go 315. We have a lot of money. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll go 315. So, let's run all of the mechs that we can run here. Oh, right, I forgot about the Stalker. Maybe we didn't need the Dragonfly. No, I definitely want to run the Crab and the Dragonfly. So do we want to run the Marauder? I guess is the real question. The Marauder is not very heat efficient. But it also can get away with just firing the AC-10 on a significant number of turns. And it does give our whole lance a little bit of damage reduction. So long range, short range, short range. Yeah, this is fine. This is good. This is a good lance. We should probably bring in a pilot with considerable accuracy. Or, boy, we do have a lot of injured people, don't we? We should probably bring in Sourdough for the hoplite. And then, is it going to be returned? It could be Foxglove in the Dragonfly, right? He's pretty tough, and he can manage its heat. And he could get some XP. His aim is a little questionable, and that might matter if we, get around behind a thing. But a lot of the time, it's just going to be jump in and shoot the flamethrowers at people. At the risk of maybe being putting ourselves in a little bit of danger, we're going to do it like this. And then after this, Foxglove should have quite a bit of XP. He's been on some missions. So we'll go through our pilots, level up the people who it makes sense to level up, and then because I forgot to do it. I forgot to do it off camera, which I was totally going to do. And then we'll head over to the Capellan store, where we will shoot everything they want us to shoot, and then buy everything they'll sell us, and then turn on them and shoot all of them. First we shoot everything they want us to shoot, then we shoot everything they don't want us to shoot, and at the end of it we will have shot everything. And that's what fairness sounds like right there. So we're up against the Federated Suns, who I think hate us already. I don't think we're doing any damage to our reputation on this one.
Command interface initiated.
Alright. Before we start our attack, we should recon. Once that's done, move in and capture the base. Got it. Easy.
Could use an air conditioner.
And a coat of paint, frankly. So there are turret stands. We should expect 4 turrets, probably, because that's usually the note. If there are turrets, there's 4 of them.
Move order received.
Oh, okay. We do not have an unknown on sensors. We have a known. That's what you call a known. I'm gonna pull up the mech scoring list. Banshee 3M is on the list and not yet completed. This is maybe going to be a little dangerous, though. Us having run into the enemies right away. So an 80 and 85. Alright, the Stalker can just get up front like this. The Crab is in... Of course the Crab started furthest back. That's my fault for putting it in the last slot. The thing is, we usually want it to move last, so... during the, what do you call it? During the non-combat turns. So I think, in a sense, it was sensible to do this. We're going to go ahead and try to knock that guy's head off right now, because that would be a super fun way to open up the combat. I'm going to face it to the side as much as possible here. That is an awesome 8T. Looks like a mech that runs pretty hot to me. It's not quite the 8Q, which is just 3 PPCs. Come on, aw.
Yes, Commander.
Well, the good news is he has no evasion, and he has no, Ooh, I probably want my... Oh, no, we don't need direct fire. Yeah, I could just move up to here, then. He has no evasion, and he has no damage reduction, so we just blast him. That is a Highlander 733P, which is a thing we also need parts of. Well, I'm just going to give it to this guy. We're going to try to finish this guy off quickly. We've already done considerable damage to his armor, so... Ooh, he's unsteady.
Receiving you.
Dragonfly can't help with that. Well, actually, can I... Sorry, I'm him? No, I cannot. I think I might just run the Dragonfly forward. Maybe jump to here. Yeah, I guess we could do this.
Up high.
And that is firing the large laser, it doesn't generate a lot of heat. We may as well just shoot it once. Okay, hit him in the arm, not exactly where I was hoping. Okay, very lucky. I mean, obviously we put that PPC debuff on him, so that does help a little bit. Sometimes you gotta manufacture your own luck. I think I'm just going to sprint the Crab, actually. We gotta get into fighting position here. I don't want to creep forward. Alright. Good to localize all the damage on one side so that we can fight the rest of the battle with the other side facing him and lower the chances of a blow-through. You do not have direct line of sight to me. Like, look at the mountain. You just definitely don't. Alright, I'm pretty annoyed with the hoplite taking as much damage as it's taken, because one of those shots was actually impossible.
Receiving you.
Okay, so we're going to jump back to here. I'm debating... No, this is the right thing to do.
Jumping.
Okay, and we're just going to take it easy on the AC-10 and the PPC. We're just going to shoot this guy once for nothing. Is that really... Yeah, the PPC's too hot to run multiple turns in a row. I mean, ideally we won't be jumping so much, right? But we had to make a hasty disengage there. Okay, so this guy is killable. And I'm going to intentionally expose the stalker to try to bait them into shooting at it. What are we at right now? We're at 42 resolve, so a kill here without aiming pushes us over the threshold. I think I'm still gonna go for the precision strike because not killing this guy is so different from killing him, you know? I think it's worth spending the resources to make that happen.
Did you see that? Did you see it? Let's do this.
And then the dragonfly is actually going to reserve. Alright, this is good. We want to absorb a little bit of damage on the stalker before we relegate it to the distant backfield. It gets to carry the enemy's damage away with it.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Do you have a chance of hitting? No. Okay. I'm just going to run up on this awesome 8T and put all of the stuff into his face.
Don't need to tell me twice. Firing everything I've got.
Wow. Okay. Lucky headshot. It does happen.
And stay down.
The awesome 8T is also on the list. Okay, that's a turret. We just walked into turret range there. Oh no, that's the Highlander. Right, they have a Battlemaster 2. They have a lot of stuff. The Battlemaster 1S is not on our list. We already have the one type of Battlemaster that we needed for the completion. So, what do we want to do here? If I jump in with the Dragonfly, they're likely to shoot at it. As we have seen in the past, they love to shoot the Dragonfly. I'm not sure what it is about this mech that just makes them so angry. We get 5 points of evasion, jump into here. I'm going to do this and show an arm. Alright, good value out of that bulwark. It would have been nice to just jump into the trees.
Minimal damage.
We could have, it would have been much more reasonable for us to also take a shot there, but what are you going to do?
Standing by.
Alright, Marauder, you are going to step into a position where you can take a shot, and we are going to go for this guy's face. If I turn off the AC5, can I do this? Not quite. Alright, I'm just going to give him the AC10 this round, and in the hopes of being able to fire more guns next round. Or, I mean, do I want to fire both of them? I still lose heat. Yeah, let's fire both. Okay, no headshot.
How's it going?
You can jump all the way up and give this guy the flamethrowers, but obviously there's some danger there as well. The classic danger of getting punched. I think I'm actually going to reserve down so that the Dragonfly can go last. Right, if we reserve down now, they go, then we go, then they go, then Dragonfly. We'll just let him tank for a second here, and then
No sweat. I got it.
he can blast the. Ooh, they both have Ace Pilot. That's interesting. And he can have at the Battlemaster. So let's have the Crab move up. We probably don't want to fire the AC-20 this round. I don't know who we want to focus on. I guess
On my way.
if we're just going to fire random weapons, it makes more sense to fire them at this guy.
Roger that. Firing on target.
Because we're still hoping to get a headshot on the Highlander. 'Cause I guess I don't remember. Did we get to 3 pieces of Highlander or 4? We might not have to get a headshot on the Highlander because we might already be at 4 pieces of it. All right, and you are going to just jump around behind him and blast him good.
Engaging jump.
Okay, Starleague Air Manufacturing Facility. There are reinforcements incoming. Cool.
I'm still seeing hostile.
Not literally, I'm actually mad about it. But you know. Trying not to express that out loud. Alright, he's got a lot of heat. If all the flamethrowers hit, he definitely gets shut down here.
Copy that.
And odds are strong. Okay, awesome. So that gives us only one enemy for this coming turn. The question is... No question. We just blast the Battlemaster as hard as we possibly can, right?
Affirmative.
It's in the open, it has no damage reduction, it's very coreable, although actually I'm wondering about taking the legs. It's like looking at them, they have a lot less total armor and stuff, and also they're already damaged.
Firing everything I've got.
It turns out I am not allowed to hit the legs.
Ready for orders.
Oh, you need to... Yeah, sorry. I need to put you in a position where you can still actually shoot the enemies. I guess I don't really want to back up that much. We want to maintain some kind of reasonable range here. It sure would be nice if we could get this headshot. Yeah, there's a pretty big aim difference on the AC-5. I guess I'm maybe not even shooting the AC-5. Yeah, and it's the same with the other two weapons, so yes, back up even more. This turn we do this, and we actually don't kill him, right? Because he's got 20% damage reduction.
I copy.
But it'll be a lot of damage. It'll be close. Okay, we got close.
Yes, Commander. Waiting.
Obviously, everybody else continues to work the other guy.
Right, Commander.
Oh, right. You should probably take it a little bit easy here.
Got it.
I don't know why I even tried for the leg. We saw what happened last time. That was way, way, way south of 66%.
Yes, boss.
You don't have... You could try to cook this guy, too. I mean, we may as well, right? You know, when I had moused over him, it showed me the percentages, so I was like, oh, good, we're in range. But no, apparently I was misled by the UI. Alright, that's all that Battlemaster gets to do.
Good to go.
Crab walks over to this side and shoots him with the AC-20, and we hope to hit the leg, basically. I guess I don't have to give him everything. This lets us fire heat the coolant vent next turn instead of this turn, which, yeah, potentially results in a lot of extra firepower. Okay, we did in fact get the lucky leg kill, which means we only have to deal 87 damage to his other leg to put him out. And he's laying down now for the entire next round. So we have opportunities to try to get that leg. This is going to be way more damage efficient. Oh. Okay, big punch. Big punch right in the single flamethrower.
Hell yes.
Offered him the opportunity to punch me, which is a shame because it does not really contribute much to his heat.
On the move.
Alright, at this point, either weapon kills.
Confirm.
Couldn't get it.
Let's do this.
Alright, then we probably do get this kill. Guess I want to keep approaching. I kind of want to stand in the open to potentially attract the attention of the enemy. And please, 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 actually hit these missiles. Can I do... Yeah, I can do the 40.
Firing on target.
Oh, that's looking good. Well, it's not going to matter much anymore at this point.
Commander.
At this point, he has ignored my orders to hit the center torso so many times that we're just going to core the thing. So now he has no heat on him at all, which is devastating.
Engaging jump
It's just
jet.
it's a very sad time. Cradle my left arm away from the enemy, and I mean, we try to go to the leg, I guess. So let's see. A single laser solves the problem.
Locked on.
Did he really? Oh, he killed the pilot.
Tango down.
I was gonna say, did he really hard miss with one of the lasers and then not shoot any of the meaningful locations with the other laser? But no, he just lanced straight through the cockpit and killed the pilot. That works. That counts. I think you might actually just knock this guy's arm off. You can remove a gun here. I'm not going to hit him with the UAC, obviously. Do I want to use the LB-20X? I'm going to do this. Wow, that didn't accomplish anything.
You've got hostile contacts inbound.
This is my total lack of surprise on the hostile contacts inbound. So it looks like maybe there are not turrets, because we should be able to see that turret stand by now, right? Yeah, it's empty. Okay. I'm going to try one more time for this, because I'd really like to get all these mech parts in the pool.
Confirmed.
We're at 66%, so we actually have a couple of shots.
Standing by.
I'm going to have the Dragonfly jump down to... Well, actually, we probably want to jump toward the enemies. Yeah. %. Right, Foxglove does not actually know how to do this thing. He's going to just give this guy the flamethrowers. We're going to try to turn his mech off.
Locking on target.
It looked like all hits. Yep, okay, cool. That removes the danger for a turn. Lets the Stalker go for the... But the Stalker doesn't want to go for the headshot, because only one missile from each pod can hit the head. So this is actually a good time for the Stalker to just take a turn off. The Crab is going to go for the headshots with the large lasers. And also the LB-20X, I think.
Moving out.
And next turn, I'm just going to punch him. If this doesn't work, he's getting punched. Didn't get it.
And there's more where that came from.
Battle mech power-up detected.
Well, we have opened up his side, and we've weakened the center torso armor a lot, so we're probably just killing him by going through the side at this point.
Acknowledged.
I'm trying so hard, man. I'm rolling the dice as many times as I can. Okay, they're not going to give it to me. No amount of dice rolling is going to get us there. That's fine. We'll just kill it. I'm pretty sad about it, though. Alright, so they have a lot of smaller mechs. A lot of stuff moving early in the turn. The Stalker should, I think, be able to finish this off now. What are we actually looking at here? 76, but you have to assume about half of it's going to go into the leg instead. So we'd like to do 140 plus damage, which we are doing here. So, you know what? I'm going to give him everything, though, just in case. We could probably have done that while generating less heat, but... 85 tons, 70 tons, okay.
Everything you've got.
So they have a plus initiative mech. Because otherwise, there's no way they'd be moving at the speeds they're moving at. Actually, I'm gonna move you around here.
Roger that. Full speed. They've got a lock on me.
Well, that's less than ideal. And every enemy mech always has LRMs. Stupid default builds.
Yes.
You're fine.
Waiting for orders. Good to go.
You're gonna reserve down.
Waiting for my opening.
So they do have at least one mech that... Oh, maybe two mechs that don't have any LRMs. That's actually really good news for us. And you... Boy.
Got it.
It's going to be a couple of turns of running before we actually have real vision of them. And we are considerably lower on what do you call it? Lower on sensor lock than we usually are. Okay, so he's lost all of his heat. They have 2 3s and 2 2s.
Waiting for orders.
I guess it doesn't have to be an initiative mech. 85 ton, yeah, awesome's a move on 2, right? I think I'm gonna make them come forward a little. And if they're gonna sensor lock again, I want them to do it before my move so that I can gain initiative, or gain evasion afterward. Did they forget how to sensor lock? What? How's this? Huh. That's pretty weird, right? That they would just not sensor lock this turn?
Waiting on you, Commander.
Alright, well that's not really the one I wanted to see, because that's the weakest one by far. Okay, we can see this Battlemaster, we just can't shoot at him. Thunderbolt 5S is not a mech we need. No, it isn't mech we need, sorry. So, in theory, it's best to try to headshot it, and get as many pieces of it in the pool as possible. Also, if we just give him everything here, there's a pretty good chance that even if we don't hit the head, a crab firing at a thunderbolt is gonna put some holes in.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
Okay, I did a lot of damage to these buildings, incidentally. We did not open up a single area. We did do a lot of armor damage to a lot of different areas. Ooh, that's risky. Let's hold off on you. Let's have the Stalker. Can the Stalker get a direct line of fire from anywhere? No, I think I'm still going to advance, though. The Battlemaster isn't... It's got a lot of damage potential, but it's not that dangerous in the sense that it's really easy for the Dragonfly to turn it off. And this thing didn't actually open up anywhere, but it lost a lot of armor. I'm going to have at it. Okay, he has very little armor remaining. Also, we can knock him over. Can you get... No, I was hoping I could get up here on this ledge. I'm going to have to do that move in a couple of pieces. So it's my left side that's weak. I run up like this, and I shoot him in his torso, the side torso section.
Position confirmed.
We're going to probably break it off. We're going to definitely break it off, deny him a bunch of weapons, and knock him over. I'm not going to give him everything. We're going to preserve a little bit of heat here.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Actually, he's just probably dead. Alright, we can probably have the Dragonfly jump in and kill him. They have their own Grasshopper with a slightly more conventional loadout.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, and you just jump to here. Oh no, here does not show me the right enemy. In fact, there is no place from which I can see that enemy, but not also all of them. Which obviously is terrifying. I mean, up here at least I have an extra... If I'm doing this, up here I have an extra point of evasion. I think I'm going to do this, and we're going to use Vigilance. I don't usually use Vigilance, but I think it's going to be important to keeping this mech in one piece. That's a Cataphract. Jeez. Then we're just going to core with everything, because I am not confident you will die otherwise, because my pilots are not shooting super straight.
Target acquired.
Okay, we got him.
Target neutralized.
It's go time.
Okay.
I'm wounded.
Wow, that's a lot of damage to the left side of a mech that he was in the right firing arc of. So, the Battlemaster 1G, we don't need any of these. We already have our Cataphract, we already have our Battlemaster 1G, and we already have our Grasshopper. So, if I'm shooting now, I'm shooting for remove stuff from the table so we don't have to worry about it. But I actually can't deal any meaningful damage. I can't instantly kill any of these because they're all in cover. So, what do I do? You have a ridiculous amount of armor on every part of your body. You're slightly less armored. You're considerably less armored. Yeah, maybe we try to shut down the cataphract. Not through headshots, but just through, like, raw damage. And hopefully we stop taking damage in the left torso section. We just go core? I think we just go core? It's a lot of damage if everything hits. Okay, that was pretty good.
Waiting for orders.
I don't think you actually do go yet. I vigilanced you for the bulwark, not for the extra initiative. Okay. Well, they are obsessed with killing the hoplite.
Internal structure damage.
Let's do this. Waiting for orders.
Don't much like the firing arcs I have here. Obviously, I want to shoot center on the cataphract. And I hate the fact that I can't. It's going to AC-10 the Marauder. We don't have a way of stopping that from happening. I can get a back arc shot. I could just try to scare it. Might have to. Might be I actually have to. It's going to turn around and punch me so hard.
Ritzing off.
Alright, what do I have to turn off?
Target lock on rear arm.
Okay, we did push its heat over the line, so it's going to have a hard time shooting the way it would like. And then this means... Did we do any meaningful damage? So we did get the left torso damaged a little bit. If we punch through the armor, we'll be able to really... Yeah, okay. I'm just going to give it... I'm going to give it as much as I can here without overheating.
Right, Commander.
Alright, so we have... Boy. It does not care.
Good to go.
Okay, and then we do this, and unfortunately we really can't fire that much. We have to turn off the UAC. Okay, we do get to fire everything else, I guess.
Got it. Let's get this done, folks.
Come on, no explosions. Alright, that's quite enough fire from you. Hoplite has to withdraw.
Standing by.
If I can see them, they can see me. Ah, here we go. Here's the location.
Bye.
And sensor lock, which, don't forget, one of them mysteriously has but chose not to use a couple of times. Let's screw with his aim. He's probably the most dangerous of the
Sensors locked on.
enemies. The cataphract is spooky, but the cataphract's also not going to get to fire everything. Okay, finally we got guys shooting at the crab. That's good news for us.
Receiving you.
You can pursue him. I want to jump because jumping allows me to present my right side a little bit more. And we're going to give him the last of the flamethrower fuel, right? Yeah, because that's going to turn his mech off. Well, do I want to... He's the one who's closest to death. If I jump into here and I turn off the Battle Master instead, we can probably just kill the cataphract. So yeah, we'll do this. And we give him... Okay, like this.
Firing on rear arm.
Alright, so the Battle Master doesn't get to do anything this turn.
Battle mech power up detected.
We probably get to kill the cataphract now. He moved so that we're firing on his front arc, but
Good to go.
we do have aim shot available.
On my way.
So do we go center or do we go to the side here? It's not the side the good gun is on. I think we do just go center. Okay, he's not quite dead, but he's definitely killable. Yeah, 40 is very killable. I wish that the crab had I wish the crab had any jump jets. So we just shoot him.
Special delivery.
On. Yes. Okay. Beautiful.
Should have run when you had the
That's exactly all of my heat. We did occupy the facility. No one can say we didn't.
That got through my armor, Commander.
Good to go.
Okay, you're gonna reserve down, but there's every possibility we're gonna have the Marauder jump up and shoot this grasshopper in the spine. Okay, not too bad, not too bad.
Waiting for orders.
So, we do have a shot on the rear. Rear armor's still pretty thick on these guys. I guess their whole team is gone now, though, so I may as well just reserve.
Waiting for orders.
Let's maybe let the crab go first. And this seems like a good time for a punch. We need to chill out for a turn.
Got it. Ugh!
Where did that hit? Leg, maybe? Yeah, leg.
Yes, Commander.
Well, that could have been better for us.
Waiting for orders.
Especially, like, if it has to be a leg, why that leg? So we want to show our right side. Unfortunately, this leaves us very open to the, Ooh, all of the good stuff is on that side, huh? Yeah, I need to back up. And then give this Battle Master what we can give him. This leaves us with, yeah, enough to do one more aim shot.
Tell me what to shoot.
Literally not a single missile to the leg.
Orders.
Percentages are not representative of anything having to do with reality.
Standing by.
No, we can't even attack. So I gotta keep my right side aimed kind of away, but we also have to threaten this guy's back armor. Well, do I have to threaten his back armor, though? Maybe that's not actually the case. We can jump over to here, keep my left side angled away, and just shoot him with... I mean, I don't really want to walk. I want to jump. Shoot him with everything everything I'm allowed to. And we don't spend the resolve, I think. Pretty bad. But you know, it adds up. Also, I accidentally hit him in the cockpit, so that'll add some damage at least. One thing we can do is we can jump away and try to find a spot way out here where we have a firing angle. Because I have pretty long range weapons.
Let's hit 'em hard.
Well, apparently we found the spot.
Waiting for orders.
That's kind of a wild thing for him to do, right? Keep our right side aimed toward him, back up as much as possible. Then we just shoot his head clean off, right? This is totally going to work. He's standing in the open. Oh, you're killing me. Ah, that would have been really good. That would have been a really good time for that to work.
Waiting for orders.
We can't, we cannot aim for crap today. Can I get a back angle? No. I bet the crab can, though. We're going to move even further back, trying to make it even harder for enemies to hit us in the part we don't want to be hit in. And we're just going to knock this guy over.
Critical hit, Commander.
So his pilot is taking damage, right? We got an accidental headshot last round.
Receiving you.
We could run up on him now and try to take the leg. I'm not going to be able to hit the shot, or hit the head with the dragonfly, obviously. But we could try to take the leg. We try to take this leg. I'm not going to be able to do that. Never mind. Yeah, go center, because you're not... Man. I guess we'll go to the injured leg. I was thinking if we can leave the injured leg on and take the other leg, then it's really easy for somebody else to just do 37 damage to his side, but... Okay, we got the one big weapon went where it needed to go. So that's pretty good for us.
Critical hit.
He's going to stand up, and then he's probably going to just attack the crab. Given his position. Nope. He wants that dragonfly badly. Cannot get through the armor. It's close, though.
Left in that location.
I hear ya.
And then we just blow this guy's back armor into tiny pieces, right?
Uh-huh.
She says, uh-huh. She says that's the plan. Alright, I will coolant vent for this. We are getting him. Do I get to fire everything? I do get to fire everything.
Got it.
Get off my map.
Bang! You're dead.
Hot damn.
Alright.
Let's do this.
That feels pretty good. So, I don't think we're going to be able to get a wide firing arc with the Marauder on this guy, because he's just too far away from the edge of the cliff.
Engaging jump jets.
Just jump over to here and screw with his sensors.
Got a lock.
A bit of electronic warfare. Alright, we got some piercing.
I'm getting blown apart out here. Standing by.
Alright, Crab, what do you got? We can throw a punch from the side where he's already missing parts. I mean, if we're going to throw a punch, let's do it from the back, right?
Coordinates received.
Well,
This is gonna be good.
that's a shame. Wait, what? Wait, what just happened? He had no stability damage. Does dodging a melee attack while you're missing a leg knock you over because you don't have the stability to... I don't know. That's not a thing as far as I'm aware. I think we may have just witnessed a bug. It seems most likely that that's a bug. So he has 97 leg health. If we can just do 97 damage here, we end the fight. Okay, we got there.
Enemy down.
Honestly, for a 4.5 skull mission, that's not so bad. That was definitely harder than 4.5 skulls. A 4.5 skull lance plus anything is not 4.5. That's just not how math works. I guess if they came at us with a lance that had actually 0 difficulty. Oh man, what if they figured out how to do one with negative difficulty? Also, we sure do have a lot of good high-ranking pilots injured. So, the Highlander gets finished, and then we get to finish the Awesome 8T as well. Or the Banshee 3M, and take a piece of Awesome 8T and hope? I think this is the way we're going to do it. So we complete 2, fingers crossed, maybe 3 mechs. Oh my god, it happened. That's wonderful. They also gave us some other mech salvage that we didn't ask for, and a plus 10 damage medium laser. Man, 315 really, really worked in our favor there. That's phenomenal. That's a huge number of points that we just earned. I'm going to have to remember to update the mech scoring list. And I know, I keep saying, oh yeah, after this episode, I'm going to have to remember to do a thing, and then I don't do the thing. But now, listen, I'm going to do... I think there's a 55% chance that I'm going to totally do the thing as soon as this is over. I could tab out and do it right now. But, you know, that sounds like a lot of work. You know, an 8T is not a mech I wanted. For now, I'm going to send all of this stuff to storage because I have no idea what we want to do with it. Alright, let's talk about repairs. We have a lot of damaged mechs. Some of them are very damaged. How long are we talking about to get all this stuff put back together? I guess I shouldn't say some of them are very damaged. Nobody lost any limbs. That's probably the line for very damaged. Okay, so we're looking at something in the neighborhood of 9 days of repairs. Oh no, that's a 6. Yeah, 9 days. I can do math. How long is the flight to the capital? Also, Flashpoint, all the way back over there. Yang Vertanen's big score. Oh, well, we can't just leave Yang out in the cold. Okay, maybe that's the direction that we're going in the near future. There's also a flashpoint over there. There's still this flashpoint down here, which is a different color and is very fancy looking. We'll get to that. The place we're supposed to be going is here. That's a 9-day travel, so that exactly covers all of our repairs, but it does mean that we are down there with no functional pilots almost. We might have to hang out in orbit for a little while just to let our pilots recover. But I think we may as well just go ahead and jump over now. Sorry, we shouldn't go now. We should look at the store first, because I don't think we really did. And this is a place where they like us. Okay, there's one improved flamethrower, which we should definitely buy.
Weapon systems available.
There's a +1 damage LRM-20, which remember is actually +20 damage, because it's 1 per missile. We should definitely buy that as well.
New weapon systems available.
Crit missiles, I'm a little bit less... These are not bad, but I'm not going to spend money on them. And then we have so many improved SRM-6s, I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so... we do want to make one little alteration here, then. The Grasshopper has 2 normal flamethrowers that are putting out less heat. We're going to refit one of those with this new Flamer Plus, and then we're going to fly. Does it matter which arm? I guess I'm more likely to want to protect the right arm as things stand now. Oops, I did not grab the scroll bar at all there. Okay, and then also repair everything. Still only a 1-day repair. That's excellent. Okay, so now we're putting out even more heat.
Log and note. Shouldn't be too hard.
Let us... buttons. This one. Let's press the right button this time. Every once in a while, we press the right button.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
So we're going to show up with a little over 10 million in C-bills. We got to remember that we do have a pay period, a payment coming up right after we land. Or no, actually right before we land. Okay. But we're also going to be able to work quite a bit on the planet, probably, because, you know, planets in Liao space. I mean, I guess we didn't get so lucky with the last one we were on. New flashpoint added. We'll have to look at that. Herotitus is in Arano space, I think. It might be a place we've been already. I do not remember what the flashpoint that happens there is. It might be one we've never seen before, too. So I guess trying to remember it is not necessarily a useful strategy. It turns out there's an awful lot of things out there in the galaxy that we do not already know. Alright, I think we're just going to continue operating at normal expenses for the moment. Dragonfly is ready to dragon.
That work order you submitted?
Alright, so
Waypoint reached, Commander.
let's have a look at the jobs. 9 million C-bills. We don't have to pay again for another month, so we can probably spend down to like nothing here and still fly out somewhere and make pay. I mean, obviously it's a little scary. There is a single job available to us. Man, cannot catch a break. Well, you know what? We're going to do this before the end of the episode. I was going to say we'll hold off because, you know, we're already 50 minutes into the episode, but we can wrap up our business on this planet real quick here. So let's do that. We will go and check in on our mech warriors. So who's still healthy? Anybody who's healthy gets some points spent. So part of the reason that I'm not spending points on our pilots a lot is that the amount you pay a pilot is based on the number of skill points they have. So when we let a pilot, we can spend returns points because we're not paying him in the first place. Yeah, sure, 3 health. We don't want to just level everybody in our employ up because our pay per month is going to shoot through the roof.
What? No.
A person who has 12 skill points and is sitting on 20,000 XP is paid the same amount as a person who has 12 skill points and has no XP. So we can just let this build up on them. But the people who we might actually need to use for combat definitely need to get touched. So you... Let's see. You could get extra unsteady threshold or overheat threshold and bonus health. The amount of time that it takes a pilot to heal is based on the percentage of their total health that they're missing. So pilots with more health recover more quickly from small wounds as well as being able to survive large wounds. So I think I'm inclined to do this with trampoline because we're in a bit of a situation pilots-wise. Just being tough is a big asset. Foxglove needs to pick up called shot bonus because he might actually get used again. That helps. And then how many pilots do we actually have in functional shape? Chicken Hound can't quite get ace pilot yet. Cruise is extremely capped. Returned is whatever.
Yes, Commander.
Tiger Tail is ready to grab. Hold on a second. In an act of stunning professionalism, I'm going to tab out of the game and you're just going to listen to the sound of my voice with no backing track while I go find my spreadsheet. Because I definitely had Tiger Tail marked for something. And it looks like Tiger Tail's not on the list. What? How did I not? Okay. So it sure looks like I was taking him to Ace Pilot, right? I mean, we're building up another coolant vent pilot already. I was probably taking him to Ace Pilot. We'll go ahead and grab that for him.
Mech warrior training complete.
We need more people with Ace Pilot. So I'm just going to trust that that was what I was planning to do. Weird that he's not on the list, though.
What can I do for you?
Then I guess we're done. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pilots who have 3 skills. And one of them we don't really want to run because he doesn't get us valuable XP, but 2 of them can't shoot for crap, so... It's 1 4-skull mission? Alright, Blood will forgive us. We're gonna not roll the... We're gonna not roll the dice on this one either. Let's just try to get through it. So it's a capture-based mission in an urban environment, and all of our mechs are in ideal shape. 4 skulls. Wow, there's a lot of mech salvage on the line here. I'm gonna keep it at 3, maybe? Now that we have an idea of what we're looking at, let's go look, or what we're looking at financially, let's go look at the store and see what we could possibly buy. We don't need cataphract parts. We don't need this anymore. Jaeger Mech 6S is a mech that we have not yet completed, so this is probably a good idea. The Phoenix Hawk is whatever. Urban Mech. Trebuchet 7K. There's a way with LRMs to serve in a more direct fire support role. Can I not see... I cannot see what its default loadout is. Honestly, I really like those weapon hardpoints for a 50-ton mech. And then there's an ERPPC... Oh, there is a Gauss rifle. That's a very expensive toy, but it's also like... I mean, we can't not buy the Gauss rifle, right? You can just buy Gauss ammo anywhere? Yeah, we have to buy the second Gauss rifle. It's minus 2 tons, minus 1 slot. Such a good... Okay, well, we're buying that. Medium pulse laser is... fine, maybe. Small pulse laser is a little bit more exciting. Snub PPC with stability damage is also less exciting. We can probably make our financial decisions after the mission. I just want to get a sense of how much we might spend here. Cataphract OX. An experimental... Oh! It carries electronic warfare equipment. I didn't realize that there were heavier mechs that did this. Well, we can't buy it, but that's fascinating. I would very much like to own one of these. That's a shame that we can't put that together. So catapults, we don't need catapults. Cicada. Cicada's on my list, and we don't have it finished. Cyclops 10Z, we're close to DRG 1G Grand Dragon. Swaps out the autocannon for a PPC and additional heat management. Huh. That's interesting. It's weird that it has a different actual name. So LRM-10 PPC. Wow, that's not a good. That's not a good mech. It says additional heat management. It's running a PPC and 3 lasers, and it has 2 heat sinks. That's less heat management. I don't know how much heat management the normal Dragon has. This has to be less. We could buy a Highlander part. We no longer need 3C parts. Do we have a Kintaro? We don't, right? We do not have a Kintaro 18. We could buy that part. How am I doing on my Raven? My Raven's almost complete. Oh, there are multiple Ravens. That's right, this is the weirdly fast one. Okay, so there's like a lot of interesting stuff here to buy, actually. We could buy more Infernos, we could buy more SRMs, of course. We could buy heat banks, which I haven't done, but maybe we should. Okay, so the answer to my question is, we could potentially spend a lot of money here. Do we want to just take this as all pay then? We've been getting really lucky with the salvage today. I'm gonna just trust that luck a little bit. We're gonna leave this in the middle. Alright, let's go merc some dudes. So, we don't really have a lot of choice as to pilots. The other 3-skill pilot who isn't returned is Tiger Tail, who's a real bad shot. We might bring returned just to try to be somewhat sure we're actually going to get the job done. We don't necessarily need to run the Dragonfly here because, of course, this is an environment where the enemies are not going to be as vulnerable to heat shenanigans. Which does mean that maybe we can run the Annihilator. Maybe what we do is you and the Annihilator, Foxglove driving the Crab. He can't shoot for crap, but the Crab can just brute force its way through a lot of problems. We don't run the Hoplite. No, maybe we do run the Hoplite with Trampoline on it, and then Tiger Tail, who is not an appropriate pilot for a Stalker, runs the Stalker just because the Stalker's the one that needs to aim the least. Mostly what it's doing is just barraging people. I mean, if we get through this, it'll be good XP. And we're going in way over toughness, and like this should be an okay time for us to bring some underpowered pilots. And we'll use the penance mech on our next run. We'll just surrender ourselves to the warm embrace of the Inferno rocket. Honestly, the penance mech's fine. So I'm pretty excited about finally being done with this charade of being friendly to the Capellans. We're definitely going to finish this. We're going to finish this mission, and then I'm not going to do any purchasing or anything on camera. I'm going to spend some time with this, really figure it out, and then execute at the beginning of next episode, or probably right before next episode, and then bring you guys in to show you what I executed, because it's not as much fun as it was to watch me trawl through the menus for the last 10 minutes. Imagine that for a whole probably 90, because I'm very indecisive. And also, for some reason, BattleTech can't run in borderless window mode, so it's really annoying to, like, tab out and try to do something in another document and then have to tab back in. And definitely slows down the process of building the spreadsheet, and you know how I love to build a spreadsheet.
Command interface initiated.
Gosh, I sure do love the urban environment. They really knocked it out of the park with this stuff. I mean, obviously, here in episode 300-something of BattleTech on the channel, obviously I think the whole game's pretty good. Alright, there's a lot of comm chatter coming from that factory. Move up to a good observation point, recon the facility, do the thing. Gotcha.
Alright, keep your eyes open and watch your sensors.
You ever notice how this dialogue almost always breaks down to just go to the place and shoot everybody?
You betcha.
Oh wow, we got tons of readings already? Well, no, not tons. I thought it's... Okay. I thought there were indications of more than one mech in the number of sounds that we heard there,
On my
but
way.
guess not.
Got it.
Annihilator gets a
Don't need to tell
nice
me
broad
twice.
line of sight. We are doing so much damage already. Yeah, look at how cool all this is. There's like a tunnel here that goes under. Yes, like the road dips under all this stuff. I wonder how long it took an environment artist to build all this. This seems like a lot more work than the other biomes.
What can I do for you?
So, sometimes I like to, frequently, I like to let the enemies approach us where possible. But on a turn like this, where I don't think they've moved at all, I think they may not have done anything yet. They don't have any damage reduction or evasion, and I'm going to try to pounce on that
Moving
here.
to position.
Awesome 8Q. Say goodbye to your face.
This should be good. Did you see
Hey, that worked!
Did you see it?
Trampoline, we're all very impressed with you. Oh, lots and lots of cars being wrecked over there. And now this guy has given himself some evasion. Also, this Marauder has Bulwark, which is a real shame. We're going to give him all of the missiles.
Copy that.
Oof. Little bit of frame rate struggle in there.
Got a center trace.
Where's that new trace coming from? That's the target. This is that new trace. Zeus 6T.
Let's do this.
That one is not on the list. The Zeus 6S, I believe,
Waiting on you,
is.
Commander.
We just have the Annihilator, so we don't have Breaching Shot on anybody. We can have the Annihilator just move forward and... I think I just fire everything.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
We're not shooting anything in particular here, we're just shooting.
Commander.
We could get a knockdown, actually. Do I want to try for that?
I'm there.
I think I'm going to go ahead and spend a shot of UAC 20 ammo here.
Affirmative.
If we could remove this guy before the fight starts in earnest, like just strip 2 enemies off of the strip 2 mechs off the enemy force immediately before anybody even gets to fire, that's a thing we should pursue, right? Like that's obviously great. Oof, boy. All right, take advantage of that enhanced viewfinder.
No need to tell me twice.
That guy's on 1, their Marauder's on 1, and they have something coming up on 2. So everybody else moves on 1. This guy's going to get up at the beginning of their turn, and there's nothing I can really do to stop that. You know what I can do is try to get really lucky twice in a row.
Firing everything I've got.
It totally worked. Wait, did I see a 58 in there? We might have hit his head twice. Did he have damage reduction? I didn't even look. Yeah, I might have gotten, like, really incredibly, phenomenally lucky there. And also, for some reason, they chose to move the other guy. Oh, no, sorry, they move on 2, so I move first on 1, right. Well, then we're absolutely sending the Annihilator forward, and we're going to try to annihilate. And I think we could probably just core him out, right? Like, we did quite a lot of damage there. Very likely to succeed on that.
We can do this. Let's go.
Okay, 3 mechs dead, again, before the battle even really got to start.
What's up, boss?
That's very, very good.
Orders.
Feels a little silly. Feels a little like a little unfair.
Understood. Moving fast.
And I cannot pretend that I think we earned this. But I'm happy it happened.
Understood. Moving fast.
Alright, so this is the this is the final mech in the enemy lance. The Marauder just needs to run forward.
Pedal to the metal.
To be fair, our shots on the enemy Marauder were not lucky. That's just like what those mechs do when you fire them. But our Marauder got in pretty ridiculously, insanely lucky. I haven't actually done the math, but I know that it's very unlikely the thing that would happen there happened. Oh, that's right. Tiger Tail's not a good enough shot to be able to lower the minimum effective range of his weapons.
How's it going?
I think this is probably an okay time for the crowd to just punch. I don't think I want to spend... Yeah, UAC shots are pretty valuable. We don't get a lot, and this is just a quick draw.
Moving out.
What did we actually make contact with there? His leg. Okay.
Receiving you.
So we can't get any further away than, like... Yeah, here. I guess I should try to do this in such a way that I don't have to fire over the crab.
Move order received.
But this is pretty much just trying to knock him down, right?
On.
Did we get it? I think we got it.
Heavy damage.
Yeah. Even with those hit chances and all this stuff around to absorb fire, it's too much. It's too much stability damage. For a quick draw, especially. You cannot quite get close enough to stomp on him.
Coordinates received.
You can just knock the entire middle out of this mech.
Got it.
You're clear to proceed to your next objective.
Yes, thank you, Darius. The quick draw did actually quite a bit better than the rest of their mechs, because it did get to fire one time. Should I approach... We could try to slow roll the approach just to bleed off heat, but honestly, I think we're pretty okay.
I copy.
I think we can just go full
Heading
speed.
out.
Uh-huh.
Taking the high road. Standing by.
So I'm assuming we're not done yet. That lance wasn't, I think, strong enough for the, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Additional pirate reinforcements. That lance wasn't strong enough for the mission difficulty by itself. But we are getting to start the fight with the second lance almost entirely fresh. We're only missing a little bit of ammo. And we've taken, like, completely trivial damage. Oh, don't go there. I'm going to move the Marauder here.
No sweat.
That seems like the safest thing until I have some idea where the enemies are coming in. So I'm going to move you over here so that you can get down the ramp if it makes sense to go down the ramp.
On my way.
On my way.
Because apparently they're coming in over there. I was expecting this. It's possible that the warning we saw over here is actually where our dropship comes in later in the mission. And I really do think it's the case that that's information we shouldn't be given right away. It's looking like maybe we're going to be, maybe we're going to have to actually capture the zone before the next thing happens. So how do you jump over here then? Well, he went over the building. That's a little bit of showboating. You know how expensive that mech was? Did you maybe not? Tried to do sweet vert tricks in my mech? Oh, that's the opposite of the direction I thought they were coming in. Okay, well, they are a necessary objective, unfortunately. I was going to say, with them coming in all the way over there, maybe we can just hit this and potentially run away. But no, we do have to finish them. So we're not going to be able to see any of the mechs that haven't moved yet, I don't think. I'm just going to let them come forward then. Okay, not a big deal.
You've got nothing. You hear me?
And I guess we may as well reserve one more time. We could let this guy move up on us. He's got 80 tons.
I hear ya.
Maybe I want to disengage a little bit. I'm a little nervous about the Marauder getting killed.
Got it.
Well, you know, I mean, you know we have to roll the dice again, obviously.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
Okay, that's more than fair. We got a little bit of center damage there, which is good. Hey, that's a guy with an AC-20, isn't it? Sure is.
Standing by.
Okay, well, let's take that a little bit seriously. Can I cannot get a good shot with the crab, so I'm just going to run instead. Foxglove and the crab can generate 5 points of evasion. That's pretty good. You don't usually see a mech that big move that fast. Also, that weapon was not even kind of aimed at me. Like, I figured out where his old boss lives, and he's like, well, while we're here, plausible deniability, I'll just level that building real quick. So it's got to be the Victor, right? The Victor's what we're most afraid of. These Thunderbolts are not even that scary, and they're also quite tough. The Victor's a little bit softer.
Location confirmed.
So I'm not going to do anything fancy here, we're just going to blast it. With the Annihilator, we will try some fancier stuff. I guess I maybe should have had the Annihilator go first. And try to knock its head off, but
Waiting for orders.
having somebody else remove some evasion from it beforehand is reasonable.
Moving out.
Am I just trying to knock its head off? Does it have left in the center? 100, not even 200? I think we're more likely to get a kill just going everything to the middle.
All weapons are go!
Let's get fired up!
Nope. She accidentally destroyed its head and also shot the mech behind it for some free damage. All of our pilots are just super jazzed about the fact that it's finally time to betray the Capellans. They are firing on all cylinders here.
Minor damage.
Everybody is in beyond top form.
What can I do for you?
Okay, the hoplite probably wants to just continue falling back, right?
Coordinates received.
And you can... Zeus is the next most dangerous target. Honestly, they're all kind of weak at this point.
All weapons are go!
We tried. You gotta try, right? It left us above the 50% threshold. I figured, why not? Alright, Crab's gonna absorb some serious damage. We might want to run forward and hit Vigilance with the Crab, actually.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, 2 points of evasion and also massive damage reduction.
Move order received.
And just hammer the Zeus with all of the giant guns. I still have enough to aim. Should I aim? Understanding that his aim is bad just to get that UAC shot up? I think so. I think that's worth the resolve. This is going to leave us with a pretty weak turn with the Annihilator, but it's really important that the UAC shots land.
Think I hit something good.
Okay, so he's going down. Oh no, he gets to... Wow.
Hey there.
Move and brace. Have you ever seen such a cowardly act? Well, I think we're probably not shooting at him then.
You betcha!
Let's give it to this guy. It's not impossible we could just get lucky and kill him. He's already taken some fairly significant center damage.
This should be good.
Boy, that volley of fire just went every which way.
What's up, boss?
Also, I'm bummed out that if we had missed one fewer shot, he'd be over his unsteady threshold and the Stalker could knock him down. I think we just give him everything.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Honestly, I'm a little surprised he survived.
That hit something good.
I know it was very spread out, but it's also just a lot of damage. Oh, and then, sure, you're in ace pilot mode, I forgot.
Position.
This is fine. Alright, the Annihilator can tank a couple of rounds of Thunderbolt fire. I'm not too worried about that.
I hear ya.
So do we want to try to... This is the one that's all screwed up. So yeah, I'm going to have the Marauder. I know I'm just continually fishing here. But I'm going to have the Marauder try to take this guy's head off, because, like, why not?
Affirmative.
It didn't work. Oh well. Hit him in the leg. That's pretty far from the head. Listen, Trampoline has already put up a phenomenal streak. Whatever he does at this point is just gravy. Let's delay the Crab. I want to let them come ahead and fire at it while it's in good shape. Oh, sure, melee attack. That is an option. Interesting.
Heavy hits, Commander.
You're gonna be okay.
Yes, Commander.
So I'm just gonna step to the side. I want 2 points of evasion and also to be able to shoot this guy in his side arc. Do we bother firing with the UAC? Because it's a pretty bad shot. The heat's not an issue. I guess we have so much ammo left, and this is almost certainly the entirety of the mission right here. We may as well. 2 shots at 40%. It's fairly likely that one of them will hit. Reasonably likely. Okay, we got him.
That's a kill.
The LB-20X does the job.
Receiving you.
Our Crab is so terrifying. Ridiculously terrifying. Absurdly threatening.
Got him.
Ooh, still got pizza in the BattleTech feature. I guess that makes sense. Of all the human cultural products, I could see pizza being the most enduring. That adds up. Alright, we're just gonna core this dude and get done with this. You fool.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
Ooh, maybe not. Okay, no. She kind of fired shots all over the place, but she has so many guns on that thing that it doesn't matter. Alright, Darius, I should probably occupy the factory before you... I mean, I was about to congratulate him on his landing. Good work, Sumire, on that extremely cool landing.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
I'm sure it's not going to make us actually run out of here.
Position confirmed.
But we may as well position for it, because what else are we going to have all these guys do? Okay. Massively successful. Maybe one of the best missions we've ever run. I guess that's what you get for overpowering the mission by a full symbol and bring in, well, I was going to say bring in the A-team of pilots, but I guess we really didn't do that, did we? We just got very lucky there. It's nice to feel lucky. Take a moment in your life and recognize when you are absurdly lucky, and take a second to enjoy it. Cruise in the Annihilator looks like she did the most work, but we all know the true story. So, the Zeus 6T, I'm like 90% sure, yeah, the Zeus 6S is on the list, 6T is not. We have not finished our Victor. And then the Awesome 8Q we also have not built. It's a very bad mech. I have no interest in running it, but we will grab these pieces instead of Thunderbolt 5. Okay, the Thunderbolt 5 SE is the one Thunderbolt we do have finished. We're going to get 10 more things off the list. There's some okay stuff in here. Those LRMs would not go amiss. The plus 10 damage medium laser would be cool. Plus 20 melee damage arm mod is... Oh! No, wait. That we definitely take. Get this out of here. Damn it, don't unscroll me. Gyro, plus 2 hit defense gyro. It's not optional loot. That is mandatory. We have anything else? There are so many heat sinks. Leg mods that we don't want. A TTS that we wouldn't use. Okay. You gave me a piece of that Zeus. They gave me the... Oh, man. Wow, we got really lucky. We got some good loot there. Yeah, that whole mission, the story of that whole mission was we got incredibly lucky. So, we are now in pretty good position financially. Keep in mind, we have a fair number of additional mechs to sell off, and we also have a lot of gear. We probably have close to 100 medium lasers just sitting in the bank, not even counting the ones that are already on our mech, or already on our mechs. We probably have something in that neighborhood in terms of small rocket launchers as well, or short-range missiles. So we could probably, just out of curiosity, what do we have in storage right now? In terms of completed mechs, we have the... Okay, right, the Banshees we can't sell. We have an extra Cyclops 10Q, which is probably not a cheap mech. We could part with that. To be perfectly honest with you, we could sell our Battlemaster 1G because it's very... I feel very confident that we're going to get another one finished. And we do have an awesome 8Q. Okay, well, whatever. I need to update the list, apparently. This is a spare Grasshopper, because remember, we already have the Dragonfly out. So we can part with a lot of this stuff, and then also just like components for days. For example, I'm curious how many medium lasers we do have on hand. You can see some very large numbers as you scroll past here. 163! 163 medium lasers that have no improvements, and then on top of that, you know, all of this stuff. We have 9 of these sitting around, so we really don't need any normal medium lasers ever again. And in fact, I should be crowbarring these into every mech, because we definitely have some unupgraded medium lasers in our stuff. Yeah, geez, we have a lot of things. Okay, this might be a good time, the weekend here. Might be a good time for me to sit down and just do an inventory and figure all this stuff out. I'm glad this is the position that we're in as we approach the weekend. That is going to have to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time on Monday, when I will have a plan. A lot of things will have happened. The world will look different. And we'll see you then.